Okay, welcome to this episode of Love Subbin, and here we are at Colonial Williamsburg, Virginia, as we continue our trip down south, huh?
And we came here to hunt for what? Ginger cookies, right?
Exactly.
So we'll see if we find them.
And I think we're going to do some touring around some wineries and stuff. The weather is holding out. It looks like we might get some rain later on in the day, but that's okay. We're going to just have a good time here at Colonial Williamsburg. We've been here a few times before.
Yep.
But we'll show you where we were, what we're going to do.
Hope you enjoyed the video.
Absolutely. Ben Franklin, there's a lot of wisdom in that. I think he's also the guy that said God invented beer or wine because he wants us to be happy. Totally agree.
We came here for the bakery and a gingerbread cookie, and unfortunately, due to COVID, the bakery's closed. So this was the whole point of us coming to Williamsburg, because I wanted to get one of their wonderful gingerbread cookies here from their bakery. But unfortunately, due to the times, they are closed.
But you make a pretty good version of that, don't you?
I do. I have a good recipe for that.
Maybe before this trip is over, we should treat ourselves to some cookies.
Maybe. That'd be great.
Yeah, so
I'm kind of bummed.
Our first COVID fail. But yeah, so we're just going to walk the streets here. One cool tip is that you can
walk the streets without getting a ticket.
Right, and
as long as you don't go into the admission required. Don't walk into the horse booth.
Good point. Yeah, so it's 30 bucks a piece to hit all the exhibits, the buildings, the artists who are working.
Yeah,
etc.
But a lot of them are closed.
Right. So, and we've been here before. We've seen all the
big
exhibits.
buildings.
So I think we're just going to do a casual walk through the streets. Hey, but one cool tip is that if you're looking for a plate, like a really cool, like
interesting
special occasion type place to stay, you can actually stay right here in the historic district, and right here at this building,
right there,
right behind us.
It's called the Brick House Tavern.
We actually stayed there, and you know, it's the colonial type rooms that are restored to the colonial appearance.
Yep.
And you know, the big 4-poster beds, the fireplace.
Yeah, but they have some modern stuff like TVs and stuff.
Right, and then you can just walk right down to Chowning's Tavern, which we're going to just take a look at here. And then it was just a wonderful, wonderful special occasion place to stay right here in the center of Colonial Williamsburg. So there's a good tip for you.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And when you stay here, it's super easy to just walk right down to like Shields Tavern here. I remember coming here and
we had a long day drive, didn't we?
We did. We drove all the way from Vermont, but we hit the Shields Tavern. I remember getting a big prime rib, and it's
a big mug of ale.
Yeah, and they're mugs of ale.
Yeah, they're actual really mugs, like ceramic. They're fun.
And you know, I think it's all lit by candle. I mean, really a great experience. So and definitely.
Which one had the fiddle player? Remember?
Yeah, we've been to 2 restaurants here. We've stayed at the rooms twice. One was at Chowning's Tavern, and the other one was here at Shields Tavern. So we'll try and find Chowning's, but right now everything's closed. So that's, again, that's why we didn't opt for the badge. We're just kind of walking the streets on our own.
Yep. We found the ginger cookies.
So we may not be able to get them at the bakery, but this little stand has her ginger cookie, so all is not lost today.
Can I get 3 of the ginger cookies? That's it, thank you. $4.48.
I'm sure they are then.
You got them.
Got them.
All right.
After touring Colonial Williamsburg, it was time to try some wines. Virginia has some excellent wines and wineries, so we decided to go to the Williamsburg Winery, and we tried 2 excellent wines there. So the tasting room is closed at the Williamsburg Winery, but we can get a flight tasting at the 1619 Wine Pavilion. So we're going to give that a shot. So this is the cookie that we got at Williamsburg, and so I'm going to try it out and see if it's as good as I remember. From a color standpoint, I don't remember them being so light. They used to be really dark brown, and they used to be whiter and flatter. So, but it still has the flour coating on it that I remember. And it's still soft. Has a nice gingerbread taste, but it's a little dry. So I would say this is probably not as good as I remember.
I think it's a COVID cookie. It's because they have to make them way in advance and package them. They can't make them fresh like in the bakery.
Right. These are not as good as they used to be, and it's not as good as what I can make. So maybe sometime down the line I'll share my recipe.
The next day we wanted to tour the Yorktown Battlefield due to its significance in our nation's history. This is where Washington defeated the British General Cornwallis and a new nation was born. So we're continuing our tour of the Revolutionary War sites here in the area, the famous triad of Jamestown, Williamsburg, and Yorktown. So today is going to be Yorktown and the battlefield. We're going to do the driving tour.
Yep.
See the map that C's got. And the museum here is closed.
But the gift shop's open.
Yes, and the nice thing is that there's no fee. Normally I think it's $10
Yeah.
A piece.
Because the museum is closed, though, they
Yep.
are not charging that.
So we're going to continue on with our tour today. Let's hit that first stop.
What? The first stop is a British inter-defense line.
Okay, so that's obviously known as a target as well.
Yeah.
Anything British is a target.
Yeah. So we're going to start there, and we're going to do the driving tour, and then we're going to come back here and then walk down into town.
Should be a fun day.
Yep,
Let's
should be
go.
fun.
Let's continue our Revolutionary War journey. So we're here at the second siege line, the Battle of Yorktown, and to siege, the way a traditional siege would work is that you would build a kind of a trench, and then you would advance that trench further, and you'd continue to advance these trenches as you got closer and closer to the enemy, and then you could hurl some artillery shells at them. So you can see that the earthworks here are still pretty well intact. Looks like some artillery up here. We'll go check that out. Major General Henry Knox was one of the individuals controlling the artillery here at Yorktown. Knox, of course, being famous also at the battle at Ticonderoga. So you can see some more earthworks here.
Pretty cool. Nice little walk around.
Yeah, you can see the cannon there.
Would they roll it up to the front there?
Yeah, they would have to do something, otherwise they would just shoot a ball right into that dirt right there. So Knox's guys were a little bit smarter than that. Yeah, so pretty cool to be walking the actual siege line for the Battle of Yorktown.
Yeah, and that's where the surrender happened, correct?
Yep, absolutely. So we're standing here at redoubt number 10. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, because I'm so sick of pronouncing words wrong and people getting all grumpy at me. I think it's redoubt number 10. But this marked the extreme left of the British line, and Washington, he didn't want to really assault these redoubts directly, but there were two, number 10 and number 9, that we're visiting, and this one here was assaulted by Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Hamilton. I don't know if that's in the play or not, because we haven't seen the play, but obviously Alexander Hamilton, of great famous on Broadway, but more famous as the first Treasury Secretary. But anyway, yeah, redoubt, pretty cool. There we can see Cindy storming redoubt number 9.
Without my stick. This is not a very good storm. Yeah, there we go. Pretty cool view from up here.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool view. You can kind of see the redoubt within the walls. Kind of see how it, those little sticks there. Yeah, it's always interesting to me touring battlefields. You know, can you imagine the death that took place here? They said the French lost 1/3 of their force here. They stormed with just bayonets.
with unloaded muskets.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. I mean, it's just
They didn't want an accidental fire to alert them to their surprise attack.
Yep. So, and now it's just a very peaceful, nice day. We've kind of done the most part of the battlefield.
Right.
And we are walking to the Victory Monument and then into historic Yorktown, the town, hopefully to find a beer.
Yeah. So we parked our truck up at the visitor center because it was suggested that that was the best place for a larger vehicle.
Right. So what do you think of the battlefield?
Oh, there's the monument right there.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah, the battlefield was pretty neat. I mean, just having the earthenworks there kind of gave you a feeling of what the battle was probably like.
Right. What was your favorite battlefield ever?
My favorite battlefield ever. I liked Antietam.
Yeah, Antietam was pretty good. That was
a neat
amazing.
one.
We had intended on going to the battleship Wisconsin today, but as it works, I think most wives have one Iowa class battleship tour in their lifetime. So I'm saving our tour for the Missouri and Pearl Harbor and Hawaii someday, right?
Yep, someday.
All right, let's go check out this Victory Monument.
So this monument was authorized by the Continental Congress in 1781, but it did not get built until the 100th-year anniversary of the battle in 1881.
Okay, we just stopped off here at Larry's for lunch. Delicious chicken sandwich, absolutely delicious. But you want to talk about good feng shui?
Yes.
When you're doing Revolutionary War stuff and your bill comes out to exactly
1776.
1776, that's good feng shui. This is the Nelson house, and what's cool about this house?
And they said that it had evidence of destruction from the
It's a cannonball. Another cannonball. Looks like some indentations here.
Maybe you can see holes there.
Yeah, look at that one.
Here's another one, a roundish hole right here.
Yeah, that's a pockmark from a cannonball, no doubt.
Isn't that fascinating?
From 1781.
This was the governor's house during the Revolutionary War. And he was the general of his own militia. How fascinating is that? I think we're going to end our Revolutionary War tours here in Yorktown.
Yeah, it's a cute little town.
It is.
And we
Has
had
a lot
good
of character.
day. Yeah, that's just wish it was a little bit warmer out
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
about 54 degrees and a little windy, so. But we're not complaining because it's colder in Vermont.
So if you like this video,
Give us a big thumbs up
and if you think we earned a subscription, click the subscribe.
and comment below if you've been to Yorktown or Jamestown or any of these places because they're a lot of fun.
Absolutely, or what your favorite Revolutionary War memorial or battlefield is. Because we come out with RV and Airstream related videos just like this one every Tuesday.
Thanks for watching.